evolution. Remember? So as a recap or as a review of yesterday's topic, we said that the theory, we have how many theories of evolution? We have actually 4 theories of evolution. The first theory is what we call the creationism theory. The next theory is about Darwinism theory. And under Darwinism theory, we have how many theories under this? We actually have 2 theories. We have the theory of natural selection and the theory of artificial selection. Okay. So the third theory, or the third theories of evolution is what we call the Lamarck's theory. And who is the proponent of this theory? It is Jean-Baptiste Lamarck. And according to Jean-Baptiste Lamarck, the change in organism, the change in an individual is due to adaptation to its environment. Okay. Now, the fourth theory of evolution is what we call the modern theory of evolution. The modern theory of evolution, this is the well-accepted theory, right? Because according to this theory, that an organism evolved because of 2 factors. And this is about genetic level, a change in gene, and definitely a change in environment. Okay, so now we will be having a new topic. And this topic that we will be discussing today is about the modern tools used in study of science, specifically the study of biology. Okay. So can you please, do you know any materials or do you know any instruments that a biologist must use or a biologist is commonly using? A microscope, yes. So as we all know, microscope, it is one of the modern tools used in the study of biology. And this microscope is first used by Leeuwenhoek. So it is Anton van Leeuwenhoek who first used microscope. And according to Leeuwenhoek, he used this microscope by means of a cork. A cork, this is an old tree. And according to him, he saw a compartment within this cork. And that's why, according to Leeuwenhoek, microscope is very effective, a useful tool in the study of science, specifically biology. Now, in our modern times, scientists, researchers, uses microscope. Why? Because things that cannot be seen by the naked eye can be seen under the microscope. Correct or not? Correct. And actually, we have 4 types of microscope. The first kind of microscope is what we call simple microscope. Simple microscope. What is this simple microscope? It's a microscope. Okay, so this is a picture of a simple microscope. Actually, the simple microscope, this is the kind of microscope that Leeuwenhoek used to observe the cork. So how can you describe this simple microscope? The simple microscope, this is a simple in the sense that, yes, it contains or it utilizes or it uses lens, simple lens. No? Actually, the lens used here is a double convex lens. And this double convex lens is used to view minute organisms, simple minute organisms. So, best example of this simple microscope is the commonly known magnifying glass. Are you familiar with the magnifying glass? Yes. So, simple microscope is very useful in observing insects as well as the net relation. The net you can find between the leaves. So, simple microscope is effective in the use of observing insects and leaf structure. Correct? Another kind of microscope is what we call the compound microscope. The compound microscope. This compound microscope, this is the kind of microscope that most biologists and scientists are using. This microscope utilizes light for viewing the specimen that you need to observe. Again, under compound microscope, we have this compound microscope consists of two lenses, by the way. Sorry, it consists of two lenses. No? We have the ocular lens and we have the objective lens. Compare with the simple kind. Compare with the simple microscope that only has one lens, but it has two double surfaces. You have the double convex lens. The compound microscope has two objective or two lenses. So it uses the ocular lens and the objective compound microscope. This is the commonly used microscope by researchers as well as biologists. Okay? So this is a picture of a microscope, the kind of microscope that we have in the laboratory. Later, I will ask you to manipulate, and use actually our compound microscope. The third kind of microscope is what we call the phase contrast microscope. What is this phase contrast microscope? This is a kind of microscope that use when you are trying to observe live microorganisms or live organisms. Actually, this is the work of Zernike, Fritz Zernike. Okay, so this is the invention of Fritz Zernike. So, because before, when scientists used to observe, or before scientists used to study organisms, specifically live organisms, they tried to place a dye, no? To see the image of the specimen. But the problem in placing or putting a dye in a specimen is that it makes the specimen die itself. No? So because of that incident, because of that situation, it's really happening on live organisms, work of Fritz Zernike able to discover